Ever pondered how a woman in the 12th century BC could rise to become one of the most influential figures of her time? In an era when the world was dominated by patriarchal societies, the story of Deborah stands as a beacon of resilience and power. A woman, a leader, a prophetess. Her tale is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. Unraveling her journey is like peeling back the layers of a rich historical tapestry. Well, get ready as we embark on a journey to explore the life of Deborah, the prophetess. Deborah's early life remains shrouded in mystery, but her ascension is a story of intrigue and faith. We know little about Deborah's formative years. Like a puzzle missing many pieces, we can only speculate about her upbringing. Born into the tribe of Ephraim, in a time when Israel was a loose confederation of tribes, she may have been brought up in a traditional Hebrew family. Her name, meaning bee in Hebrew, perhaps foreshadows her industrious nature and the sweetness of her words that would later inspire a nation. Deborah's ascension, however, is clearer in the annals of history. She emerged at a time when Israel was in desperate need of leadership. The Canaanites had oppressed the Israelites for 20 years, and it was in this crucible of adversity that Deborah's character was forged. She became a beacon of hope, rising to the roles of prophetess, judge, and military leader. As a prophetess, Deborah was a conduit between the divine and the mortal realm. She received visions and prophecies from God, guiding her people through her divine insights. Her wisdom and discernment set her apart, and soon she was appointed as a judge, a role typically held by men. But Deborah was no ordinary woman. In her capacity as judge, she held court beneath a palm tree, aptly named the Palm of Deborah. Here she resolved disputes, passed judgments, and restored peace among the tribes. Her fair and just rulings earned her the respect and admiration of her people. Yet her leadership did not end there. Deborah's most unexpected role was that of a military leader. She rallied the tribes of Israel, inspiring them to rise against their oppressors. Her faith, courage, and strategic brilliance were instrumental in leading her people to victory. Deborah's ascension was not just an ascent to power, it was a journey of faith. Her unwavering belief in the divine and her commitment to her people propelled her to roles that were unprecedented for women of her time. A woman of immense faith and courage, Deborah was just getting started. Assuming leadership in a time of crisis, Deborah's prophecy set the stage for a defining moment in history. In the heart of turmoil, when the Israelites were under the oppressive rule of the Canaanites, emerged Deborah, a prophetess. Her prophetic insights were not just mere predictions, they were a beacon of hope, a guiding light for her people. Deborah's prophecy about the defeat of the Canaanites was not just a prediction, but a strategic plan of action. She prophesied that Barak, a commander of the Israelite army, would lead 10,000 soldiers to Mount Tabor, where they would find victory against the Canaanite forces led by Sisera. But Deborah's prophecy was unique. She foretold that Sisera would not fall at the hands of a man, but a woman. This was indeed a bold prophecy, one that challenged the conventions of the time. Now let's delve a little deeper into Deborah's role as a judge. Her position was not just about making legal decisions, it was about providing leadership and guidance during a time of crisis. The Israelites were under the oppressive rule of King Jabin of Canaan for 20 years. They needed a leader who could inspire hope, instill courage, and guide them towards liberation. And Deborah was that leader. She held court under the Palm of Deborah, where people came to her for judgment. Her wisdom and fairness earned her the respect and trust of her people, but it was her bravery and strategic insight that truly set her apart. In an era dominated by men, Deborah was a woman who dared to lead, to prophesy, and to inspire. She rallied the Israelites not just with her words, but with her actions. When Barak hesitated to go to battle without her, Deborah didn't hesitate. She joined him, showing her people that she was not just a leader who would command from the sidelines, but one who would fight alongside them. Her prophecy not only inspired her people, but also led them to a victory that would shape their future. Deborah's leadership and prophecy were pivotal in turning the tide of history, marking a significant chapter in the epic story of the Israelites. With a prophecy that promised victory, Deborah led her people into the critical battle of Mount Tabor. Let's set the stage. The Israelites were up against a formidable enemy. The Canaanite general Sisera commanded a vast army, equipped with iron chariots, a technological marvel of the time. The odds seemed stacked against Deborah and her people, but she was not deterred. Deborah's strategy was one of careful planning and unwavering faith. She didn't rush headlong into battle. Instead, she summoned Barak, a military leader, and told him to gather 10,000 men from the tribes of Naphtali and Zebulun. She prophesied that the enemy general, Sisera, would be delivered into their hands. It was a bold claim, but such was the power of Deborah's conviction that Barak agreed on one condition: Deborah would go into battle with them. Unfazed, she agreed, displaying a courage that was both rare and inspiring. As the battle commenced, the Israelites positioned themselves on Mount Tabor, a strategic location that offered a panoramic view of the battlefield. Deborah's leadership shone through in her strategic positioning, her ability to rally her troops, and her unwavering faith in her prophecy. And then, something miraculous happened. The heavens opened up, and a sudden downpour turned the battlefield into a quagmire, rendering Sisera's iron chariots useless. The Canaanite army was thrown into disarray, and the Israelites seized the opportunity, launching a devastating counterattack. In the chaos, Sisera fled, only to be killed by Jael, a woman from the Kenite tribe. Just as Deborah had prophesied, the enemy general was delivered into their hands, not by a warrior, but by a woman. The victory at Mount Tabor was a testament to Deborah's leadership and the power of her prophecy. This victory was more than just a military triumph. It was a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of faith and the strength of a determined leader. The Battle of Mount Tabor is remembered not just for its strategic brilliance, but for the courage and wisdom of a woman named Deborah. Deborah's victory was not just a military triumph, but a turning point that left an enduring impact. The Battle of Mount Tabor, under Deborah's inspired leadership, marked a significant shift in the power dynamics of the region. It wasn't just about territory or resources, it marked the beginning of 40 years of peace, a time of tranquility that allowed the Israelites to thrive. But the ripples of Deborah's influence extended far beyond the battlefield. She was a beacon of inspiration in a society that was largely patriarchal. Her courage and wisdom as a leader and judge were unprecedented, breaking the molds of her time. She demonstrated that leadership knows no gender, a lesson that resonates even today. And then, there was her role as a prophetess. Deborah's spiritual insights and prophetic abilities were instrumental in guiding her people. Her faith was unyielding, a beacon that guided the Israelites through tumultuous times. It was this faith, coupled with her courage, that led them to victory against the Canaanites. Deborah's story is a testament to the power of faith, courage, and leadership. Her legacy is not confined to the pages of history or the verses of the Bible. It extends to every individual, every leader who dares to break the norms, to stand up for what is right, and to lead with courage and conviction. Her influence is seen in the countless women who, throughout history and across the globe, have taken up the mantle of leadership, often against great odds. From queens and prime ministers to activists and scholars, the spirit of Deborah lives on. Remember, Deborah's legacy is not about the battles she won, but the change she inspired. Her story is a powerful reminder that leadership, courage, and faith are not bound by gender or societal norms. They are qualities that can be embodied by anyone, anywhere, at any time. Deborah's story is not just about a victorious battle, but about the power of faith, courage, and leadership. So, who was Deborah really? Deborah was a woman of many roles and many firsts, a figure of remarkable strength and wisdom in a time when such qualities were rare, especially in women. She was a prophetess, receiving divine revelations and sharing them with the people of Israel. But she was not just a spiritual leader. Deborah was also a judge, applying her wisdom to resolve disputes and uphold justice in a time of lawlessness. Her leadership extended to the battlefield as well. As a military leader, she led her people to victory in the pivotal Battle of Mount Tabor, showcasing her courage and strategic acumen. But perhaps what set Deborah apart was her ability to inspire. She rallied her people, gave them hope in a time of despair, and guided them through a period of crisis. But Deborah was not just a historical figure. Her influence continues to resonate today. She broke barriers, challenged norms, and left an indelible mark on history. Deborah's life is a testament to the power of resilience, the strength of conviction, and the importance of hope. She stands as an enduring symbol of courage, a beacon of hope, and an inspiration to all who face adversity. A prophetess, a judge, a military leader, Deborah was all these and much more. She was a beacon of hope, courage, and resilience in a time of crisis, leaving an indelible mark on history.